at the doctor's office when they check my oxygen on the finger, it's always 100%. Does any of that correlate at all?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This happens to be a subject that Paul Cheney is very eloquent on, and he's right.
Dr. Bill, can you repeat what she said?
Oh, yeah. The question is that when you look at oxygen under a microscope, or look at blood cells under a microscope, the oxygen is attached to the red blood cells in different degrees for people with this illness. And that's actually correct. She noticed that with her son at the physician's office. But if you look at different things, for example, the pH of the blood and some other parameters, you will see what's called an oxygen dissociation curve. At what point does the oxygen actually come off the blood? And that is different in patients with ME/CFS than in healthy people, according to Paul Cheney. And I think he's correct, but nobody's ever taken that seriously. Very few people actually understand what he's talking about most of the time. Very bright guy, but he doesn't seem to be able to communicate to the general world of physicians. You know, that's another one of these interesting tests that's easy to do. Look at the oxygen dissociation curve, and it's abnormal. People say there's no test for ME/CFS. I can name you 25 of them right now. One of them is the oxygen dissociation curve. Why is it abnormal? Well, I could go into that, but it's complex physiology, and I'm not sure I understand it myself. So, but it is different, I'm sure.